Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Of course, this is Dr. Kelly Diane with Align with Dr. Kelly Diane. And I wanted to come on here really quickly. This was not scheduled, but I did want to check in and say hi to everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. But I did want to come on today and do a very quick video. I just came home from work, but I absolutely had to post on a video that I posted earlier on Facebook. And so what I did was I spoke about basically the culture of narcissism, right? So what am I saying? So I don't know if you guys have been following this so-called guru by the name of jaxn or not. And so what has happened is it has come out that this is an individual who's a multimillionaire, and that he spent years and years and years giving out relationship advice to women, specifically towards women. And he's written quite a few books as well. And this is a man who has become a multimillionaire doing this, right? He's been giving out advice. I mean, the following, I believe he has millions of followers. And so very recently it has come out that he's been caught cheating, right? And of course, he's posted videos and given advice about cheating and being faithful, and women, you should, what you should do if perhaps that you're in that situation. And so what I want to do really quickly was come on here and have a conversation about that. And ladies and gentlemen, my dog is running around, so if he barks, please disregard. He's pretty hyper looking out the window. But anyway, so what I want to do is, if you guys have watched the video, I want to break it down for you just a little bit. So in the video, he has his wife on there, right? Many people did not even know he had a wife because he really never spoke about a wife. I had been following him for years, and so I really didn't know he had a wife. He never spoke about having a wife. Was he obligated to do that? Not so much, but let me say that I didn't know he had one. And normally when you have a queen, you will generally speak about your queen, right? Because that's your pride and joy. So I didn't know he had a wife, and quite a few people did not know he had a wife. But anyway, so she was brought in on his video, I believe yesterday or the day before yesterday, with him pretty much explaining where they are in their marriage. He also has a book out called something about healing through the pain or healing together, something like that, with him and his wife on it. Once again, I didn't know he had a wife. He just released that not too long ago, maybe about a month ago, I believe. I could be wrong, but very recently. And so he's on the show, he's on live with his wife, and he's talking about the relationship and what has happened and where they are now. And so she's chiming in on also where they are now. And so the story goes is though, they broke up a while ago and they've gotten back together because, he found God. Okay, he found God. So that's what he said. And so, of course, his behavior has changed. So he said, I'm not here to judge anyone. I don't know him, A from Apple, and I do believe God can change people. But I am here to say this is the perfect example of a narcissist. If you have a chance, go check it out. This is narcissist, guys. I mean, checklist, textbook narcissist. And so she comes on. What's crazy about the video is that she comes on there and she's not dressed. She's not dressed like some would think that she would dress as a wife of a multimillionaire or just as a wife. She looks broken down. That's how I see it. She looks broken down. She looks tired in her eyes, but she is, excuse me, she is proclaiming that she loves this guy and that she's going to stick by him, and that she had left for a while and had filed for divorce, and then he came back and he was able to get her back because supposedly he changed. Now, it is so much I want to say about that, because narcissists do that, right? They do that. They will definitely really, really quickly once they're caught doing something to protect themselves. They don't want the negative image out there. They don't want it. They would do whatever it takes to protect that image and make it seem like you're the problem. And so what I did was I spoke on how this individual came online and his wife was dressed. She looked spent. Let's put it like that. She looks spent. If any of you guys have been in relationships, and I know you have because you found this channel and that's why you're following me, where you have just given your all. And I think he cheated with like 3 women. And as I said in my videos before, that's 3 women that she caught him with. I'm sure there's more, right? My intuition tells me there's more. And so he's doing whatever he can do to protect his brand. So what does he do to protect his brand? He brings her in on it. to get the attention off of him. And so my opinion is that she came in and she's not dressed like, dressed up, makeup is not done, hair is not done. She has like a bonnet or a hat on. And what he did was he tried to get the attention off of him. And so what he did was visually, he wanted to leave that vision with us. He wanted us to hear him say that he's sorry and he feels so bad. But what he did was he actually set this woman up so she can come on live and look a certain kind of way, like really homely looking. So we can say, oh, that's why he cheated. I see why he cheated. And I'm going to tell you, it worked because I see it all over the internet. I see women talking about this woman saying, yeah, well, had she kept herself up, he wouldn't have cheated. Or the men saying, oh, yeah, that's why he cheated. And I'm here to say, as I said earlier in my Facebook, a man cheats because he wants to cheat. He cheats because his ego is broken. He cheats because he has mommy issues. He cheats because he doesn't love himself, and he absolutely do not love you. I don't know how many times I had to tell an individual that a man cannot tell me that he loves me in his own kind of way. I had a man that told me, oh, yeah, he loves her in his own kind of way. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Because at the end of the day, did the man come to you and say, listen, I'm going to fall in love with you. And once I fall in love with you, be okay. I hope you're going to be okay that I'm going to cheat on you. I mean, I hope you're going to understand that that's how my love is for you. And that's how my love is for everybody. And I hope that's okay with you. I don't know any man that's going to say that. And I certainly don't know too many women that's going to accept it. Right. I don't. Now, if they're broken, the women will accept it. They will say they won't accept it, but they will stay. That's a whole other video. But the reason I came on is because this is textbook, guys. This is textbook. And if you've been following him for a while, you probably knew that something wasn't right in the first place. Something was not right. But he came on, he presented this pristine image of him. He's a relationship guru. He knows everything. Don't do this. Don't do this. Now, here's the thing. His information was valid, right? Because it's not the messenger, it's the message. He's a scam, right? He's a scam because he's doing nothing he said he's doing, but his information is valid. So some of the things he said was absolutely true, right? So I'm not discounting the message. It's just the messenger. But I want people to understand that we have to stop putting people on pedestals because we don't know who they are behind closed doors. And the reason behind this video is because, it's really disheartening to me to see women make fun of other women, and they really did make fun of this lady because of the way she was dressed. But we as narcissistic abuse victims or survivors, we understand what it looks like. We understand what it looks like when you keep believing over and over and over. They're gaslighting, they're future faking, they're doing all types of things. They're triangulating, they're messing with your mind. And if you've never been in that type of relationship, people do not understand. As a matter of fact, they don't even know it when they see it. I saw it right away when I saw her, when I saw the whole scenario, the way he was holding her hand, the way he was looking at her positioning of her body, the fact that we've never seen her before, the fact that she just popped up, all of a sudden to do this video, and she's never been around before. It's so obvious. Like she was talked into doing this video. We can't compete with pillow talk, right? We can't. We don't know what he told her, but what he did tell her is that we need to save this brand. But he was the one who caused the brand to fall apart. But he made her feel guilty and made it seem like it was her fault, and that in order to protect the brand, this is what she would have to do, right? This woman is a woman, in my opinion, who needs help. She needs help. She needs to be surrounded by a village of women who's going to tell her, I believe in God. God is great. He can do or she can do amazing things, but you can also be alone. You can also find yourself and be alone and be in a healthy situation, not where you have to stay in a relationship where somebody's cheating on you over and over and over and over and over again and saying that they love you, because that's not love. That's not love. They don't love you and they don't love themselves. Their definition of love is not love. And once again, we know that narcissists cannot love. They're not able to love. They don't even understand love. They're not empathetic. They don't care. They don't care. They do what they do, and they expect to get away with it. And he did not get away with it. He was exposed. And so with that being said, people are coming for him. They're saying all types of things. He doesn't like it, I'm sure, but at the same time, he's a narcissist. So guess what, guys? He's loving the negative energy. He's going to love whatever type of attention you're going to give him, good or bad, because he's a narcissist. So if you look at the video, I just want to say to the ladies who are in relationships, narcissistic relationships, and they want to get out. If you look at her, understand this is where it's going to end. This is where it's going to end for anybody who decides to stay in a relationship like that. You're going to be spent. You're going to lose everything you have. You're going to lose your mind. You're going to lose probably your job. You may lose your children. You're going to lose everything you have because it's not healthy. It is very toxic. It is a toxic relationship. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just going in circles. I think they've been together for 12 years, since high school or college. I forget. I don't know really. I didn't dig deep. I didn't dig at all, I'll be honest, because the whole thing just makes me nauseated. But they've been in a relationship for a while. So he got her at a very young age, and he manipulated her at a young age. But yet and still, he's following these women on Instagram that looks nothing like her and liking their pictures. It's just a whole triangulation thing. If you look at her pictures on Instagram, she's a beautiful woman. She's absolutely beautiful. But I'm sure what she's having to do, or she's had to do, was compete against these people, these women all the time. They triangulate you. He's probably saying, if you don't look like her, if you don't dress like her, and why don't you dress like her? And why don't you look like her? And her self-esteem is probably beaten up. I believe that looking at her, that she came back. She said she left a mansion to go sleep on a couch. Why would you have to sleep on a couch if you're married to a multimillionaire? That just doesn't make sense. It's because a lot of times we know that they abuse you financially, which means they are over top of all the finances. They don't let you get to the finances. They don't let you see anything about how much money you're making. They're married, so their money is intertwined, right? But a narcissist is not going to allow that to happen. He's going to use that. He's going to keep you pulled in because they have children. So he's going to use the money that they have to keep her in, pretty much stuck in that house in prison, because she can't move forward without that money. She doesn't know how to move forward without that money, right? So this happens a lot. They use, he may not have ever laid his hands on her, but that doesn't mean that she's not been abused. She was being abused when he cheated. That's mental abuse. And then we're talking about financial abuse. And so it's so many ways that narcissists use things to manipulate and destroy us and to control us. That's the issue, control. He's using money to control her. And so here she is back with him, and she's saying, I love him, and I'm going to stick by him, and this and other. I know. Listen, they say the average narcissistic abuse victim leaves 7 times and come back 7 times before she's able to escape, or she dies, or she commits suicide, or whatever. It is really sad. And when I was looking at that, it triggered me because I know exactly what's going on there. So I definitely send her prayers. That someone in her village would speak to her and let her know that he's really just hiding behind. He just jumped behind religion really, really, really quick. And said that, he found God. Well, God was around before you cheated, before you got married. God has always been around. So why didn't you find him then? Why didn't you find him when you all of a sudden got caught cheating? And when your brand was up for, debate, it's going to be ruined. But that's what narcissists do. It's a lots of narcissistic ministers. They're preaching, but they're not living the life that they're preaching about. Really, they're really not. I mean, and it's really sad, but we're sitting there, we're listening to them. So we are being taught by narcissistic people. We're following narcissistic people. We have narcissistic boyfriends, husbands, etc., mothers, brothers, uncles, whatever. We have them. And it's become normal, and it's really, really sad. It's really, really sad. So anyway, I don't want to hold you guys up too long. I just want to jump on here really quickly to see if anybody had any questions or concerns or anything like that to ask me. About, or, just even put your thoughts about what happened, or what do you think? What do you see? Do you not see? Do you see the abuse taking place? Does it resonate with you? Can you see how she looks? Can you see that it's an act? Do you remember, when you were in a relationship, those of you who's gotten out of it, I've gotten out of mine years ago, when you were, had to put on that face, you're walking around with this smile on your face. She wasn't even smiling, to be honest, but you're walking around with a smile on his face like everything's perfect and you're dying inside. You're wanting to be rescued, but you don't know how to get rescued because you've told so many people, at least one person, about what he's doing, and nobody believes you because they're like, oh, he can't be that person. Look at, he's on YouTube and he's on Instagram and he's on Facebook and he's writing books and he's giving out relationship advice. And so, they gaslight. So the people believe he's this perfect person, and they don't know what he's doing to you behind closed doors. So they're so convinced on the image that they don't believe the reality that you're telling them. And so I know what she's going through. I know, because I had to do the same thing. And I had people in my family who would not support me because they felt as though, oh, it's nothing wrong with him. It's something wrong with you. Well, you don't know him. You've not been around him. You've not lived with him. You don't know what's happening behind closed doors. And so they're so impressed by the image, they don't want to hear the reality. And so I'm sure that's what's going on with her. I'm sure she's reached out. I'm sure they're telling her, oh, he makes so much money. You got a mansion, girl. Just be quiet. Go sit and just take it. He'll be all right. He'll stop eventually, because that's the toxic cycle environment that most of us are brought up in, to support your man no matter what. But the reality is, how many of these men are supporting us if we decided we want to cheat like that? I'm not encouraging anyone to do it. It's not healthy for you to do it. But I'm just saying, if the tables were turned, you don't see that happening. So it's not right for them to do it, and it's not right for us to do it. But I do understand exactly what she's going on. I see her pain. I see her struggle. And so once again, I am, of course, Dr. Kelly Diane. This is what I do. I am a narcissistic abuse expert. And so I've run into many women who've had her story. I've had her story. I've lived her story. I've had her experience. And so I am always here to help you. I'm here for you to reach out, for you to, if you need to have a counseling cycle or session with me, or a cycle, because I do have quite a few classes that that I can teach you on. You can always contact me, area code 443-502-0552, or find me on www.alignwithdrkellydiane. I am there. You can inbox me. You can email me at drkellydiane, KELLIEDIANE, at yahoo.com if you're interested in trying to figure out how to get through narcissistic abuse, how to heal from it. Because the thing about narcissistic abuse or dating is we have to learn how to not be so emotional. We're putting all our emotional thinking into these people, and we're justifying it through emotion, and we're not looking at the logic of the whole thing. Put your emotions away and deal with the logic of it. Because I guarantee you, if you can look at it logically, you will be able to get out of it. But we want to keep putting our emotion. Oh, he may change. Oh, I know he loved me. Oh, it's not true. It's not. That's the emotion. You need to deal with logic if you're going to escape this type of relationship. It's very difficult to do it by yourself, if at all, if you can do it by yourself. It's very difficult. You need direction. You need help. You need encouragement. You need someone who understands what you're going through. You need to be able to vent. You need to be able to talk through your emotions so you can understand what it looks like, what's going to happen tomorrow after you break up, what's going to happen the next week after you're going to break. It is a very hard road to go down. But it's a road that you need to go down, because you're not going to, it's not going to go anywhere if you stay in it. So many people become alcoholics or drug addicts or just super depressed or suicidal because they're staying in these relationships because they don't know how to get out of them. Well, once again, I'm the person who can teach you how to get out of them and get through it and find, freedom on the other side of pain, because it is no freedom in a relationship like that. You're in a relationship, but you're alone. Just think about it. You're alone. Every day you go out, you're with him, you're alone. When you're not with him, you're alone. There's nothing but a loneliness in a narcissistic abuse relationship. And when they feel like they want to dish out some type of attention, they will. When they pull it back, they do. They want to control the whole thing. How much time you have together, how much attention you have, how often you laugh, how often you cry. They want to control you like a puppet on a string. That's what they do. They love it. They get off on it, right? But you have to know what it looks like. So you can't keep showing up to the war with the wrong weapons. And so that's what I'm here to do, to teach you how to get through that, what it looks like, what they're doing, and what's best for you. I always like to focus on not the perpetrator, but the survivor, because we want you to get better. I want you to get better. I don't really care what they're doing. I know what they're going to do. I know what they're going to continue to do, but you can be different. You can heal. You can get better. You can get past this. You can get through this. Is it difficult? Absolutely. Yes. I'm only here to tell you the truth. But what's more difficult? Dying a slow death, or walking away and healing one by one, little by little, moment by moment, step by step. That's you can do it. It can be done. I've done it. I'm a prime example of someone who did it. I went through it. I got through it. I'm here to help those of you who are looking to find a better life other than being with a narcissist in prison. So once again, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this live at the last minute. I am Dr. Kelly Diane. I'm so happy to be with you guys today. And thank you so much for joining my live and stopping through. Remember to like, share, subscribe down below. Even comment, please, if you would, because there's so many people that's going through this, and we need to build up a village where we understand that we are not alone and that we are not the only people that are going through this, because it is a very lonely road to be in a relationship like that when you feel like nobody understands, nobody is going to help you get out. And so what do we do when we think we're alone? We just shut down and we tolerate it and we get tired of talking about it and we deal with it. But it's not true. It is so many of us out here who's been through it, who are going through it, who are willing to help you. I am that person that is absolutely willing to help you. I do understand it. I've been there. I've written books on it. And so it can be done. It absolutely can be done. Do not give up. Do not have anyone talk you into staying into a toxic relationship where you are dying every day. Do not let anybody talk you into keeping your family together because that's your husband and you're dying. You're no good if you're dying inside to yourself or your children. You're not. And you have to be okay for yourself and you have to be okay for your children. So the best thing to do is to get yourself together and start over and be the best you can be for yourself and for your children. So once again, I am Dr. Kelly Diane. Hi, Whitney. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you guys for joining me. And I hope that I think I may try to do a video this weekend also. But thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you guys are doing well. Please do what's best for yourself. Do what's best for yourself. Nobody else but yourself. Okay. You have to save yourself first. Okay. All right. So I'll talk to you guys soon and stay in touch. Bye-bye.